Here are the top 10 richest celebrities right now in 2023. Number 10. Tyler Perry. Best known for his portrayal of comedic character Medea Simmons, Tyler Perry earns his spot in the billionaire club with a net worth of $1 billion. After his humble beginnings as a playwright, Perry's first film, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, grossed over $50 million, helping Perry to create a massive entertainment empire. Over the course of 17 years, Perry released 14 Medea films. They may not have been hugely successful by Hollywood standards, but together they grossed over $670 million at the box office and earned him $290 million in fees and profits. So, what sets Tyler Perry apart from his filmmaking colleagues? Ownership. Perry proudly reveals that he took ownership of all of his projects, which include 22 films, over 24 stage plays, and 1,200 television episodes. He even owns a 330-acre studio lot in Atlanta, which is now worth over an estimated $280 million. Perry has built an impressive real estate portfolio over the years that consists of several multi-million-dollar properties in Atlanta, Los Angeles, and Wyoming. He also owns a mansion worth $18 million in Beverly Hills, which he was kind enough to offer to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle after they were cut off by the royal family in 2020. That's not his only kind deed in recent times. Perry also owns a $150 million private jet, which he has lent to humanitarian aid. He also runs the Perry Foundation, which helps areas like education, human rights, and health. As Perry says, while you're fighting for a seat at the table, he's busy building his own. Number 9. LeBron James. With a net worth of $1 billion, the 37-year-old basketball superstar is the first active NBA player to make the billionaires list. He's negotiated more than $385 million in salary from the Cleveland Cavaliers, Miami Heat, and Los Angeles Lakers as the NBA's highest-paid active player. Off the court, he continues to bring in more than $900 million in income from endorsements and other business ventures. After famously rejecting partnerships with Reebok and Adidas in favor of Nike, James inked his first deal with Nike in 2003 at age 18. Now, after more than a decade of success, he has a lifetime agreement with Nike that pays him tens of millions a year. He also inked deals with brands like AT&T, PepsiCo, and Walmart, all contributing to his significant net worth. If you want him to promote your product on Instagram, it will cost you an estimated $428,000 per post. LeBron's business must go far beyond Instagram though. He holds a 2% stake in the Liverpool FC team, which is estimated to be worth around $32 million. He's also a part owner of the Boston Red Sox and even launched his own production company called Spring Hill. He puts all his income to good use though. In 2018, James opened the I Promise School, a fully funded public elementary school in his hometown in Ohio that primarily serves at-risk children. Clearly, LeBron is an MVP both on and off the field. Number 8. Tiger Woods. As one of the only 3 athlete billionaires in the world, Tiger Woods sits comfortably at the number 8 spot with a net worth of $1.1 billion. Highly recognized as one of the greatest golfers of all time, Tiger Woods has made more than $1.4 billion since turning pro in 1996. Yet, less than 10% of Woods' net worth comes from golf winnings. The bulk of his fortune comes from endorsement deals with more than a dozen brands, including Gatorade, Monster Energy, TaylorMade, Rolex, and Nike. Woods leveraged his popular status to expand into a variety of businesses, which now include a golf design business, a live events production company, and a restaurant. Woods owned a 10-acre property in Florida, which was reportedly built from scratch just for him for $55 million. At the end of the day, Tiger spends his downtime just like the rest of us though. When he was recovering from surgery, he filled his time by playing Call of Duty 8 hours a day. Talk about commitment. Number 7. Jay-Z. As the richest rapper of all time, and first billionaire in hip-hop. Jay-Z sits at number 7 with a net worth of $1.3 billion. Jay-Z is an American rapper, entrepreneur, and investor. He is one of the best-selling musicians of all time, with over 100 million records sold and 21 Grammy Awards for his work. From selling drugs to selling out stadiums alongside wife Beyonce, his resume doesn't end with his skills on the mic. His ownership stakes through the years include the Barclays Center, Rock Nation Sports, and Armand de Brignac, which have all made him a very rich man. Although he hasn't had a major release or tour in 2022, sales of his beverage brands have kept his income levels high. His champagne brand, Armand de Brignac, is worth an estimated $310 million, his cognac brand, Douce, $100 million, and his Rock Nation Entertainment and Sports Management Agency at $75 million. He also has a stake in Uber valued at $70 million. Clearly, the king of hip-hop is also the king of business. Number 6. Rihanna. Rihanna may have started off her career as a singer, but over the past 10 years, the superstar has added CEO, businesswoman, and billionaire to her list of accolades. With a net worth of $1.4 billion, Rihanna came on the scene in 2005 at the age of 17 when she released her debut music album. Since then, she's put out 8 albums, had 40 number 1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100, and became one of the best-selling digital artists of all time with over 60 million albums and 215 million digital tracks sold. In 2017, Rihanna launched her cosmetic company, Fenty Beauty, which was a viral success due to its inclusive range of foundation shades. So successful that it was quickly snapped up by luxury conglomerate LVMH, who now holds a 50% stake in Fenty. Rihanna also owns 30% of lingerie line Savage X Fenty, which is reported to be valued at more than $3 billion. While she's busy turning all her partnerships and investments into gold, Rihanna's favorite title these days is Mom. She recently welcomed her first child with rapper A$AP Rocky in 2022 and recently announced her second pregnancy during her 2023 halftime Super Bowl performance in Arizona. Looks like we won't be getting that next album anytime soon. Number 5. Peter Jackson. With a net worth of $1.5 billion, Peter sits comfortably at the number 5 spot. While he might not be as much of a household name as his billionaire counterparts, the New Zealand-born director has had massive success at the box office. His first film success was his first Lord of the Rings, which grossed almost $900 million. The Hobbit trilogy and King Kong are also box office successes that have all contributed to more than $6.5 million at the box office, which makes him the 4th highest grossing film director in history. His billionaire status doesn't come from just directing though. In 2021, Peter sold part of his visual effects company, Weta Digital, for $1.6 billion. He's also reported to have an extensive real estate portfolio in New Zealand worth well over $150 million. Number 4. Kim Kardashian. Sitting at number 4 with a net worth of $1.7 billion, Kim's billionaire status mainly comes from 2 of her successful business ventures, Skims and KKW Beauty, as well as cash from reality television and endorsement deals. Her first launch for KKW Beauty sold out within just 2 hours. By 2018, the business had expanded into eyeshadows, concealers, lipsticks, and fragrances and was bringing in about $100 million in revenue. Since 2012, she has cashed in at least $10 million a year from keeping up with the Kardashians, endorsement deals, and her mobile app. She's also got 3 properties in Calabasas and a portfolio of investments, including shares in Disney, Amazon, Netflix, and Adidas. Aside from her success in business, Kim has also recently dipped her feet into the legal world. In 2019, Kim announced that she was studying for the 2022 bar exam, which she was inspired to do after she helped free Alice Marie Johnson from prison in 2018, a 62-year-old grandmother who was serving a life sentence for non-violent drug offenses. Prison reform is now a cause that Kim continues to champion. As Kim herself has said, not bad for a girl with no talent. Number 4. Michael Jordan. Tied at number 4 with a net worth of $1.7 billion, Michael Jordan is no stranger to the fame arena. Often called the greatest basketball player of all time and the world's richest athlete, Jordan's salary during his career totaled more than $90 million. Jordan led the Chicago Bulls to 6 NBA championship titles, and he is a 5-time league MVP. He also holds the record for the highest career scoring average of all time and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2009. He's also earned more than $1.8 billion from endorsements and partnerships he's secured over the years. Even though he hasn't played basketball professionally in nearly 20 years, Michael earns $100 million a year today from endorsements and various other business ventures. Now in retirement, Jordan hasn't strayed too far from his athlete roots. Jordan owns the Charlotte Hornets basketball team, the Miami Marlins baseball team, and the 23XI NASCAR team. As the world's first athlete billionaire, Jordan's wealth is far from slowing down. Number 3. Oprah Winfrey. With a net worth of $2.5 billion at 69 years old, Oprah sits happily at the number 3 spot as the world's richest entertainer. This self-made billionaire is also the first black female entrepreneur to be listed in the Bloomberg Billionaire Index. Oprah is a self-made success story. At age 19, Winfrey landed her first television job before moving to a new morning talk show called People Are Talking in 1977. In 1986, she started the Oprah Winfrey Show and quickly became one of the most popular TV show hosts. She also launched a television production company, Harpo, making her the first black person and the third woman to control her own major studio. Now, Winfrey has earned billionaire status from her popular Oprah Winfrey Network, her 10% stake in Weight Watchers International, and her 24-hour radio channel. Oprah now stands as the richest female television host of all time. Number 2. George Lucas. With a net worth of $6.73 billion at 78 years old, Lucas sits at the number 2 spot mostly because of his well-known franchises Star Wars and Indiana Jones. These 2 franchises have made over $12 billion in global ticket sales. While most of his wealth comes from the box office, Lucas also made over $2.2 billion from shares that he holds in Disney. Although Lucas is mostly retired now, he's quite the active philanthropist. Lucas signed Warren Buffett's Giving Pledge, which will see him donate most of his money to charity upon his death. His family's charitable organization also holds more than $1 billion in assets, not bad for the son of a stationery store owner. Number 1. Steven Spielberg. With a net worth of $7.35 billion at 76 years old, Steven Spielberg ended 2022 as the richest celebrity entertainer in the world. Spielberg is widely recognized as the most commercially successful film director in the world and is responsible for movies we all know and love like Jaws, Jurassic Park, and Saving Private Ryan. At just 21, Spielberg was already making big deals and signed a 7-year contract with Universal. To date, his films have made more than $25 billion at the box office. Spielberg is also the main partner in DreamWorks Studios' film production company and recently snagged a multi-year production deal with Netflix. While most of his wealth comes from directing and producing some of Hollywood's best films, he's pretty savvy in real estate too. Spielberg is reported to have invested in more than $200 million worth of property with his wife, actress Kate Capshaw. Imagine losing $850 million and still topping the list. And that's a wrap for today's episode. If you want to see more top 10 videos, give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you can see more of our content.